What's up, YouTubians? Gary, VW Jawbreaker. Welcome back. That's right. The new year, new season, new build. Hey, if you caught the last video, you guys know. That's right. We're starting a new build. Don't worry. It's not going to take 3 years like the last one did. This one's going to be kind of quick. It's kind of Volkswagen related, but kind of not, and here's the reason why. I need to elevate my camping experience. Having the Sickxty has been a lot of fun. It's a great car. Absolutely love it. My problem is I don't want a bus, and I'm tired of sleeping on the ground. I'm tired of having air mattresses go flat in the middle of the night. That stuff really kind of, I don't sleep, I get grumpy. Just like I don't eat, I get grumpy. So, what are we gonna do? Well, I have this trailer. This trailer is I have no idea what year, but it is a Coleman Versa trailer. And this is the trailer that we took to Florida Bug Jam. Pulls great. It's actually a little over 4 foot wide. It's 4 foot 4 inches wide and about 5.5 foot long. So it's a decent size, but the problem is when you throw all this crap in there to go camping, because I camp, but I kind of glamp. I like to have stuff with me, conveniences, good ways to cook good food, important stuff. By the time it's all said and done, this thing is overflowing with camping gear. So here's my thoughts. This little fiberglass top is starting to crack and break. It's the original from whenever this trailer was made. So here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna build out this trailer to make a lightweight Overland type of trailer. Be pretty simple. So I think. We're gonna find out together. But here's the great thing. This little trailer only weighs 260 pounds empty and has a payload capacity of like 1,050 or 1,150. It's pretty good. Or not payload, but gross vehicle weight is up around 1,050 to 1,150, whatever, same difference. Tons of room to expand. Now I do have a little Harbor Freight trailer, however, it's about the same specs. And why build it out a 4x8 trailer that's all messed up when I can use this and it'd be cooler? So here's the plan. We're gonna ixnay the fiberglass top. We are going to do a 2 foot extension on the sides, and then we're gonna build a cradle for the top, crossbars. We're gonna plop a rooftop tent on it. That's right, I'm getting me a rooftop tent. And then, after we get the rooftop tent, all of this inside, half of it's gone. It disappears. We no longer need it, which means more room, lighter payload. Well, okay, maybe not lighter because there'll be a rooftop tent on there. However, we've got a few more things we're gonna throw at this. We're gonna throw some solar at it so we can charge batteries, be able to run electronics and devices and charge things. Cool. And I may have another surprise also coming that will really tie this together. So that will be phase 1. And that should wrap up pretty quick. I'm hoping to get some of that done in the first video. Maybe this video. Actually, we're gonna do a lot of that in this video, so that's besides the point. We're gonna fast track this thing. I got a deadline. Well, not really a deadline. I got a hopeful date that I wish to have it done by. So like I said, phase 1, we're gonna extend it up, put some things on the top, build a door to open up in the back, put a door on the side so we can access things on the side without having to go all the way in through the back. It'll be pretty nice. Rooftop tent on top, and like I said, that will be phase 1. The rooftop tent's about 100 pounds. I measured all the 3/4 inch steel that I'm gonna use. So this is 3/4 inch steel. It is 14 gauge, 6 12-foot pieces. Believe it or not, is only 37 pounds. The aluminum we're gonna use for the outside is what they use for enclosed trailers. That stuff's pretty light. So all in all, this thing won't really be that heavy. It'll be a fraction of the weight of a lot of these other overland trailer builds that are 1,500 to 2,500 pounds. Now granted, we're not taking this thing, on off-road trails and all of that nature and rock crawling like some of these people do, but we will have a lot more possibilities. We'll be able to go to a lot more events. We'll be able to do a lot more things and bring you guys along. So there's the gist of it. What's step 1? Step 1 is empty all the crap and remove the top. Then we're gonna get cleaning, get to cutting and welding. Let's get this frame built. Sit back, grab a beverage, grab a snack, and let's get crack-a-lacking on this thing. What do you say? Well, that went pretty decent. A few more screws up front that I thought we'd have to take off, but that's all right. So this front gate will probably go ahead and tack in place. Just that way it can't come undone, stays where it needs to be. The back's probably gonna come off. We'll get to that later. First things first, I'm gonna go ahead and start the metal frame. Get this base frame figured out, cut to size, welded together. I'm gonna go ahead and start on our uprights and get all that done. So let's move on with that next. Oh, those are just little car jacks, 1.5 ton car jacks. I'm planning on probably eventually welding them to the back here, but I'll probably rotate them the other way. Definitely keeps everything nice and sturdy. It was easy to level out. Just need to chalk the tires and it won't move. So, got a bunch of metal, got a trailer, get after it. Probably asking yourself, why is there a cross brace right there? How are you going to store anything? Well, that is the top. So went ahead and set it here, got my dimensions, figured everything out. This is the very top. So now that I have this pretty much squared away, I'm going to go ahead and build the bottom just like this, minus this cross brace and minus the back, because, well, that gate's going to probably go away. So if I had this right here and the gate gone, then that's just not going to work. All right, so there we go. Got everything square. It's, I think, 1/16 off, which is, you know, we're going to go kind of like the theme of the Sickxty build. Perfectly imperfect. It's good enough. It's close enough. 1/16 of an inch. That big of an area, you're not going to notice. Trust me. All right, so here's what we did. I just clamped the second tube on top, got everything squared off, and then went ahead and tacked in my front bar. So now we're gonna go ahead and flip this, finish welding it, grind it down. We're gonna fasten this to the trailer with bolts. We're just gonna drill through and bolt it in place, and that way it's removable if we want. If you're familiar with my channel, you know that sometimes the GoPro just stops recording. You miss me putting in bolts. So what I did is I went ahead and spaced it out evenly. So we've got 4 bolts per side, 4 across the front, and those are 5/16 bolts. That's going to make everything nice and solid. Yeah, I know the back moves around a little bit, but it won't when we're done. So next up, we need to go ahead and build the uprights so we can get the top on. So if I want basically this thing to be 4 foot high, or 4 foot high, yeah, right, I wish. Way too much metal, way too much weight, and think of the wind resistance. Ugh. Anyway, if we want this thing 2 foot high total, so I can take a 4x8 sheet of aluminum and cut it in half, we can do some math. So this is 3/4 inch stock, like I told you. You put 2 of those together, right? So we got the top bar, the bottom bar, that's 1.5 inches. I also want the edges to come down about a 1/2 inch, I believe. So basically, that's it, yep, 1.5 inches plus another 3/4. So we can just call it 2 inches. So we need 2 inches out of that. So that means our center support bars need to be 22 inches. So we're a total of 24, including this slight overhang, which then we can seal, keep water from getting inside. But I also have some sealant or weather stripping I'm going to put in between here as well. That's real thin. So that will hold it, seal it. And again, this will all work. So we need to cut the side bars at 22 inches. We'll start off with 4, tack them in all 4 corners, get the top on, get it level, make sure everything's good, tack those, square it up, tack it, yada 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 yada. You know the process. Get crack-a-lacking and quit chit-chatting. Well, as you can see, it's coming together. This is going to be really strong. So I'm sure you saw this little ordeal here. So that is a, I don't know, some kind of like boat hatch that's sealed. So we're going to go ahead and pop rivet that in place, have the door open this way. And then right here on the inside, I'll mount a board with all the solar stuff on it. So I'll be able to get right into it, see my fuses, see everything. And then I've got some cool stuff to be able to hook things up without having to open the door. So basically all we need to do is go around and just kind of address the welds a little bit on the outside so it's flush. So when we go and skin this with the aluminum, everything's going to be pretty much good to go. I know this could be taller. A, I don't want it too tall because then the center of gravity is too high. I want it to stay kind of low. B, it's less climbing I have to do in and out of the tent. C, well, that's just pretty much it. A and B. I mean, I just don't want real high center of gravity. I don't need this extremely tall. Did not calculate my metal good enough though. Like I said, we need to remove the tailgate and then we'll run a piece down on both sides and tie it into the side part. And then we'll be able to, I might even double up right here. That way I can mount the hinge, build a door that'll open up with some gas struts or something. So I need to grab some more metal, unfortunately. Oops, things happens, I miscalculated. what do you do? So I won't bore you with the details. We'll go ahead and get this ground down, get this cleaned up, and then, well, I guess I'll go ahead and get the rest of the metal ordered and get that picked up. Well, it's dark, it's late, I got more metal in, and we're kind of at a stopping point. So I did a lot off camera because there's no point to show you every little brace and every little thing. So I'll bring you up to speed real quick. We got some corner plates in here, a midway, and up front, and this is what the angle iron will tie into for the crossbars for the roof rack. So therefore, that'll go on there, it'll bolt up nice, solid point instead of drilling through the 3/4 inch plate, or square tubing. I put a 1/8 inch plate here, in case I ever decide I wanted to hang a water jug off the side, or, you know, one of those gas cans or whatever. Just, I'm trying to think ahead here. I went ahead and doubled up the back and spaced it out just a little bit, just give it a little bit more rigidity. And then we've got corner braces everywhere. So all these corner braces, 45s in here, just help make sure everything is nice and strong, square. I think we're gonna be a-okay. So really, honestly, the next thing is go ahead and wipe it down with some wax and grease remover. Go ahead and hit it with some self-etching primer. And I'm not gonna bother sharing that with you because, well, how many times can you see that on the internet? We're literally going to take regular self-etching primer from Rust-Oleum. That's what I use. It works well. Put a nice light coat on it, come back a little while later, put another light coat on it, you're good to go. So next video, got something special to show you. And then we're gonna go ahead and start wrapping the sides and the top with aluminum. We'll show you how we're gonna go about doing that. And then we're going to get the crossbars built for the roof rack. And then I think that'll kind of give us a nice next video. So again, this is a fast track video. I appreciate you guys sticking around. Sorry for so much jibber jabber in the beginning, but I wanted to try to show you what my thoughts were and what my visions were. So again, this is going to do just fine for what we need. Right now, I mean, can't be more than 260, 275 pounds at the most. Okay, probably 275 right now at the most with the metal in there. It's not bad. I only needed about another, I think I put another 6 or 7 feet of metal in this thing. It wasn't that much. So anyway, if you made it this far, do me a favor and comment special welding helmet. Drop that down below, special welding helmet. And I know you made it this far. It just helps the algorithm and it's fun. So guys, thanks so much for being here. Thanks for sticking around. Be kind to one another, and until next time, be good.